Have you felt like quitting after the first day of working out? The pain, the dread, the suffering of waking up and going to the gym again. I started working out after a gap of 10 years at the age of 44. Now, there are some things that I had expected would happen and some other things that shocked me actually. In this video, I share 5 things that challenged me after my first day of working out at the age of 44. So, let's get started. The hardest part was just getting started. It's that mindset that I'll do this tomorrow, I'll start the next week, I need to have this mindset, I need to set these things up. So, all that things like weigh down on the mind, especially after working out for the first day, setting up the alarm to get up and set a schedule that how many times in a week will you work out. So, in my case, I set this up that I'll work out 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, I set up my alarm as well that I'll get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and work out till 6:30 a.m. So I set up two alarms, 4:30 a.m. So I get up a little early and then I have some time period to think about it and then fully wake up at 5 a.m. and then start working out. So all these things like it really has that effect that it's the first time or the second time or you need to set it up so it becomes a habit. So like they say, you need to keep doing it for like 21 days or 30 days to make it a habit. So during that time, it's like you really need to put in the effort. And that's the hardest part of starting to work out. And the hardest part, especially after the first day you have worked out and it's the next session or next day that you need to continue working out. So that really has an effect on your mind. The next thing was I forgot how long workouts actually take when you had started. So I was used to work out like 10 years ago when I was going to the gym regularly. I used to work out with dumbbells and barbells. So I used to that kind of workouts. But now I was starting again fresh after a gap of like 10 years. So everything initially takes time. So I had to learn again how to warm up properly. I had to watch the tutorial, spend like 5 minutes watching the tutorials and doing it as I learned the things to warm up. Then for each exercise to do it with the correct form, to use the right weights. So for everything, how to use the resistance bands, which I was using in this case. So for that, I had to watch tutorial as I was doing the workout initially for each of those like 2 5 minutes, whatever we needed for the exercise. So each exercise I needed to do that initially for a few days as I got used to and it got set in my mind how to do the exercises, especially using resistance band because this is the first time I'm using resistance band. I've never used those. So I was using like dumbbells, barbells, weights at the gym. So now I use resistance bands at home. So I need to get used to how to use the resistance bands, how to adjust the weights. Because in the resistance bands, like the different weights are mentioned, like 10 pound, 15 pound, 20 pound, 30 pound. Then how to use a combination of the weights. So for example, recently I wanted to do squats for like 35 pounds. So I had to measure it like the 15-pound weight and the 20-pound weight combined. So it was early morning, like 5 a.m. and by mistake, I didn't actually use the right like set. And initial like set I did was incorrect. So I had to start again, adjust the weights to the right 35 pounds and then start using that. So the idea was to spend around 45 minutes to 1 hour doing the workout. But initially, like first day, it took me more like 1 hour 15 minutes, almost 1 hour 30 minutes because I was learning how to do the exercise correctly, how to get used to using resistance bands, how to adjust between sets. So all those things took time, more time initially because I'm learning how to get used to it. Once the routine sets after doing it for a few days, then it becomes faster because you do it from like instinct. So do you remember your first workout? So what did you feel after your first workout? Did you have the same issue that it took you a lot longer than you would think? It took you a lot longer to get adjusted to the weights. Did it take you like a lot longer to set up your schedule and to get used to going to the gym regularly? Was it like a mindset, like a big drain on your mindset? Let me know in the comments. My legs were destroyed the next day because of DOMS. So after the first day of working out, there is muscle soreness, which we call DOMS, delayed onset of muscle soreness, which is common and it is good as well as bad. I said it is good because it shows that you're working out for the first time, you worked out and it giving you like results. It's bad because you have a lot of soreness. Now it depends on what type of exercise you do, and for different people they may face in different parts. So I do squats with each of my workout. Like 3 days a week I'm doing the full body workout, and squats are included in each workout. So the first issue I had was with my legs. So more than the squats, it was the lunges during that day. So when I was doing the lunges itself, it took me more time because my body was not used to it, and I had to give more like rest time between the sets to recover for the lunges. And then after the first workout, there was a lot of soreness in my legs, especially you'll find it the next morning. So it was difficult to like get up and walk. It become difficult to climb the stairs. So you feel good as well as bad, like I mentioned, because it's a good feeling that you have that soreness. And this is only for the few initial days, and you have to get over it. So that's what I did with the next workout. Then I did get up and I did do the squats again. Even though there was a little bit soreness, I continued doing it. So you have not to stop, because it helps in recovery actually, and it helps in that soreness going away faster. You have not to just rest and allow it to like continue for longer. The more you like move around and work out, the faster that soreness goes away. So that's the best thing to do. So this is expected. It happens. Everybody faces maybe in different part, the chest or the back or the legs, which are the big muscle groups. Now workout is one part of it. The other thing is the diet, because you need to have a high protein intake when working out. So after the first day of workout, I also had to adjust on how much protein I'm having, because Indian diets typically are low in protein and higher in carbs. So I had to start preparing my own food. It was after a gap of like maybe 20 years, 15, 20 years that I was preparing food for myself. And I had to go through all the things, all the spices I needed to use, all the ingredients. I had to get the ingredients which I didn't have at home. And I had to even put labels on each of the spice boxes so I know which is what. So all those things I had to do. I had to set up recipes on what I wanted to eat for the week, because I wanted to it to be like high protein. So I focused on like things like chicken, paneer, rajma beans, pulses, soya chunks. So these type of things which are higher in protein, I focused on those and created recipes around those Indian recipes. And then I also wanted to keep it simple, because I did not want to spend too much time making like highly complex recipes. So I kept it simple so everything can be done within like 1 hour. And I started preparing those. So initially, like the workouts, this thing as well, that I had to get used to preparing the food, preparing all the ingredients early, like all those things. I had to get used to that. At what time I should start preparing the food, what time it would end. So add it in part of my routine schedule. So I had to do all those things. And to keep the protein high, also I had to think about how much protein I needed per day. So I had to use the calculation, and the rough idea I could give is 1.6 grams your body weight. You need the protein every day when you're working out. So in my case, I needed like 100 to 110 grams of protein every day to be consumed. Now food would give me maybe 25, 30, 40 grams I would get through the foods that I'm eating, but then I had to supplement it with something. So I had to think about using protein supplements like whey protein or soy protein. I went with soy protein because it's cheaper and I get it like at half the cost of whey protein. So I selected that and I'm using that. So I had to get used to all of this, put it in schedule. Even the whey protein I have to remember, or the soy protein I have to remember to consume it so that I get the sufficient protein for the day. So initially after the first workout, I had to again put it in schedule. The way I made it simpler is I have like around 1 scoop of protein with every meal. So I have the protein shake with every meal. It comes to around 33 grams protein with every meal other than the meal itself. So right now I'm just having maybe 1 or 2 meals, but I have 3 protein shakes in a day. So 33 grams around, which total comes to around 100 gram protein per day, or 100 gram of protein powder per day, which gives me around 80 grams of protein through that soy protein powder. And after doing my first workout, I started feeling proud once again. So this was the same feeling I had like 10 years ago, 15 years ago when I used to work out. The feeling that you get when you achieve something is really incredible. It doesn't have to be like after 30 days, 100 days. Yes, you will feel even better after that. But just setting this up, that you are setting this routine, you are doing your first workout, you're going to continue doing a workout, that itself gives a lot of motivation, lot of strength to you to continue doing this. You know that you can do this, you feel that you can do this, and doing that first workout, it really gives you that mindset motivation to continue doing it. Taking that first meal that you prepared yourself, high protein meal, it gives you the confidence that you can do this. Taking that protein shake, maintaining that schedule of keeping your protein high, it gives you that confidence boost that you are now started on your fitness journey and you will build something incredible as long as you keep going. So that's one of the things you'll feel after your first workout. You'll get this boost of motivation, boost of confidence that you have to continue taking, because what will happen is over the period of time, like in a week, 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks, after that, you need to continue yourself with that confidence. Motivation will start going down. It's not like you can maintain the motivation, but then you need to continue with that mindset and discipline that you have to carry through forward for the next 90 days, 100 days, 6 months. So that's something for later on. But after the first workout, you'll have a big boost in the confidence that you'll need to continue ahead. So when I am starting working out, I started with lightweight. So the resistance band that I use a lowest resistance band as I started, because I wanted to gain confidence in the workouts that I'm doing, how I'm using the weights, use the right form, be able to do the exercises and complete the workout. So that was my goal, and to get the confidence in being able to do that. So I've started with light weights and doing progressive overload. So with every workout, I increase the weight slowly. So it's not like I suddenly started with 100 pounds weight. I'm starting with say 10 pound, 20 pound, getting all the things in place and slowly over a period of time increasing it. Same is with food. I'm preparing simple meals, trying some recipes, trying to see how much time it takes me, trying to adjust it so I can do it in like limited time and make it the best meal possible. So adjusting it to the routine. So doing all those things. So the first day is the first step, and I'm going to continue doing this for the next 90 days. The plan is to lose 10 kgs fat and build muscle in the process and become healthy and fit. Now, to do that, I need to measure how I'm losing weight, gaining muscle. So over the period of time, I need to do that. And in the next video, I show you exactly how I do this. So simple measurements. The problem is if I'm going to lose weight, lose fat and gain muscle, just the weighing scale won't work, because it can also happen that I am maintaining the weight or even maybe gaining weight. It shows in the weighing scale, but it might be gaining muscle, and that like balances how much fat I'm losing. So that can happen. So in the next video, I show simple techniques that I use or I'll use to measure how I'm losing the fat and gaining muscle by using the weighing scale and other simple things. So do check that video out.